hitting the subscribe bell. Then when you hit the subscribe, you see 4 bell options. The 4 bell options are called the different notification options. Click on this higher one with the bell that says all. Then you are set to know when we post our video, and when we post the videos, you watch the video, you like the video, you comment on the video, and your comment must be intelligent, it must be contextual, and it must be promotional for you to win every day. Every day is a good day to win on this channel, because we are building the most generous and the most educative channel in Africa. So every day we are giving away 100,000 naira to 5 people, 20,000 naira. And that's not the greatest. The greatest is that at the end of every month, anybody that was the highest winning of the daily giveaway will win 1 million naira, which is the big one, and where we are hoping to shake the industry. So every day we'll be here, but for you to win, you need to learn how to turn on your notification bell, because so many of you know how to just press subscribe and take off. But guess what? When you press subscribe and take off, you won't know when the videos come live, because it's only those that comment within the first 1 hour of posting the video that your comment is intelligent, your comment is contextual. That means it has to do with showing you have watched the video, and your comment is promotional before you can win. But if your notification bell is not on, you won't even know when the video is on, and you only hear when others have win. So learn how to subscribe by hitting the subscribe bell. Then when you hit the Is my mic working? Oh. So welcome to today's live. It's been a very hectic week. The week was so hectic that some of you didn't know how hectic it was. We're supposed to call the winner of our 1 million naira to hear his response, but we're too busy. For those of you that are sensitive, you would have discovered that after our live stream on Sundays, usually by Monday or Tuesday, we have already given out our alert, but we're so busy this week that I think we did that yesterday, Saturday. So that's how hectic the week has been, and a lot of inbox trollers coming in to beg and disturb us too. So if you're somebody that has been looking for our attention and we didn't get it, you should be sensitive. Before we start today's very important topic, I just want to talk about empathy and sensitivity for 2 minutes. Empathy is feeling the other person's feeling, or putting yourself in the other person's shoe. But a lot of people say that putting yourself in someone's shoe is not possible, because you can't really know what the person is feeling and feel what the person is feeling. And then sensitivity is being sensitive to know how things are happening. So some people are so used to getting care, attention, and affection from people that when something is wrong, instead of them being sensitive enough to ask themselves, this guy usually does this every day. This one, he didn't do it. Maybe he's going through some things. No, they will just call. You've forgotten me. You didn't send me good morning today. It's not fair. What have I done? I hope I've not offended you. Insensitivity. So, and to conclude that 2 minutes talk, please write this down. The worst kind of failure are those that think that things are easy for those succeeding. I'll say that again. The worst kind of failure are those that think that things are easy for those succeeding. Write that down. The worst kind of failure are those that think that things are easy for those succeeding. With that, we are going to go into today's topic. Today's topic is loaded with about 40 years of information. So we are going to rush it in this live presentation so that we can take other activities for today. And then at the recap, we'll take our time. For those of you that have been taking the painstaking patience of watching our recap videos, they might be more than 30 minutes, but when you watch them, you discover they are very in-depth. So this is one of the videos that I'm hoping that when we do the recap, it might be up to 40 minutes because it's about 40 years of wisdom. So let's go right into it. Today's topic says your 20s or your 40s. What you do now determines everything. One of the greatest periods in the life of most people is the period of 20 to 60 years, because these two periods are very, very, very important. They determine what happens. This thing is not working. They determine what happens for the rest of your life, because life expectancy is between 40 and 20 years. I mean, between 40 and 80 years, no matter how bad they are in any country, it's supposed to work. If I touch this place, so it's not from the pointer, it's from here. This screen is not moving. So the period between an average life is between 40 and 80 years. So this period between 20 and 60 is 40 years. So is a lifetime for most people. So today's topic, do you want to enjoy your 40s or regret them? What you do between your 20 and 40 years will determine how you enjoy your 40 to 60 years, because most people waste their 20s and pay for it with stress, struggle, and second chances in their 40s. But not you watching this, because you want to make the most of your 20. And after this video, you will know exactly what to do and what not to do before it's too late. Because as Warren Buffett once famously said, the chains of habit are too light to be felt until they are too heavy to be broken. It means the things you start in your 20s might look insignificant until they bind you and you can't move in your 40s. So your 20s are like wet cement. What you write now becomes your reality in your 40s. So you can choose to play in your 20s and be walking behind in your 40s, or building in your 20s and walk ahead, or flying in your 40s. Life has 4 seasons. The spring of growth, after the winter of life, the spring is when everything is growing, and that is the spring of growth and learning between 0 and 20 years. The summer of value and discovery of value and value multiplication between 20 and 40, or call it the summer of harvest. The autumn of dominion between 40 and 60, which is the main point of the main harvest, and the winter of legacy, which is between 20 until you die. If you don't sow in the summer of your 20s, you will beg in the fall of your 40s or walk desperately behind. And things you must do in your 20s. Now, in this presentation, I'm going to give us these lessons, 40 lessons, in 3 sections. Section number 1 is 20 things you must do in your 20, between 20 and 40 years. Section number 2, 20 things you must avoid to do in your 20s, between 20 and 40 years. And section number 3, 40 things you will suffer in your 40s if you fail to do these 20 things. So let's start. This is the most important part, the 20 things you must do. And I'm going to be very fast so that I can cover this in the next 22 minutes. Number 1 is find your purpose. For you to find your purpose, there are 3 circles that must come together. The circle of your most ability, because everybody on earth has an ability. Which of your ability is most paid for in the world, and which of your ability is most in demand in the world, that people are looking for. Because if people pay most for it and nobody is in demand for it, you might not find your purpose. So anything you are able to do very well that pays the most and people like it or want it or demand it the most is your purpose. And after your purpose and why you are here, between 0 and 20, your age of learning, you should have found your purpose. But if you've not found in your 20s, is an urgency for you to find it. Then find your passion, because your passion is where your love for your purpose that you are most able to deploy your purpose that you love the most, that you can die for. Remember what Martin Luther King says. For instance, my purpose is talking. I can be a preacher. I can be a teacher. Like on YouTube, you know, I always I teach, inspire, create, and collaborate. I can be a marketer. I can be so many things. But my passion is financial freedom education. Because my one word is fun. Fun for me means freedom, to be unified with my natural self, because I love freedom. And the greatest freedom that ensures your other freedoms is financial freedom. So my first passion is me being financially free. The second passion is teaching you to be financially free. So find your passion. Number 3, experiment and fail fast. Please, if you miss every other thing in these 20 things, this is the most important part of your 20s. You must experiment and fail fast. There is a number of failures required for success. There is a number of failure required for success, and it's different for different people. The difference between destinies is the number of failure required for success. If my ex-China needs to fail 100 times to succeed, that's his destiny. Maybe my Dadarian classic might need to fail 20 times before he succeeds. That's his destiny. Another person needs to fail 3 times. No matter the number of failure, the earlier you fail, the better. So fail fast. Failing fast is that the faster you are able to do your 10, let's say your calling is to fail 10 times and succeed. If you are able to fail that 10 times in 5 years because you were doing more, you succeed the 6th year. But if you are able to fail that 10 times in 40 years because you are doing less, or you never fail up to 10 times, you will never succeed. So in your 20s, it's best time for you to fail. Why? You don't have a children that if you fail, you won't pay their school fees. You don't have a wife that if you fail, or a husband that you won't be able to buy their food. Your rent is minimal. Either you are living with your parents or you are renting a small house. That the collateral damage for failure is least in your 40s, in your 20s, and most in your 40s. So it's better you fail now that it's easy, because you don't have much to lose. You don't even have reputation. So 3 things you must do. Number 1, do more things, even if you fail at them. Number 2, cry and sulk less. This is where a lot of people waste their 20s. You tried dating once. Your heart was broken once. Instead of you to forget the man after 2 weeks and date again, you are crying for that 1 month till you are 50. When you now forgot about the man in 50, it is too late for you to marry. And you are saying life is not fair. And you start disturbing us every morning on NSPPD. So you must cry less and sulk less and start again more intelligently. This is where a lot of people miss it. That you are supposed to fail. Each failure must come with a lesson. It is called mistake. You miss the target and you take the lesson. That's why it's called mistake. If you don't take anything, it's called miss. Don't miss your life. Mistake your life. Miss the target or the success. Take the lesson. So every failure and experiment, you must pick an intelligent lesson from it. And that number 3 is the only place I waste a little time, because that's the most important. A lot of people don't do much and don't fail much in their 20s, and they end up regretting their 40s. So invest in skills, not just degrees. If you are watching this and your only ability is book ability and you have no other skill ability, you've not discovered your real ability. If your only ability is book ability, you've not discovered your skill ability, you've not yet discovered your true ability. So your skill is not your academics. Then use your degrees for access. School no be scam. Use school to access people. If you graduate from Uniport, you are part of Uniport alumni. If the governor is a member of that alumni, you can access him through the alumni. Then use degrees to validate your character. In school, there's what we call the character of discipline. There's nobody that can make first class by accident. So going to school to make first class is to show people that have the character of discipline to study. And if I can make first class, I can make any other thing. Number 5, build deep, meaningful relationships. The first thing, you must find the people that are worthy. Find worthy people. The worst mistake you can do in your 20s is to waste it with people that are not worthy. You must find people that are worthy in character, in pocket, in everything. Then when you find them, be their best friend, be their giver. Don't be the axer. Be their server. Don't want them to serve you. Many of you are looking for a relationship you can milk in your 20s. Look for a relationship you can invest in your 20s. Number 6, master time management. Focus. Focus means follow one course until successful. So in your 20s, you must find your path. You shouldn't be on every path. Crypto is raining today. Brrr, you run there. Human hair is raining today. Brrr, you run there. This, because of your quick failure and plenty experiences, you should have found the one that is for you in terms of work. And then do 3 things. Play. Don't be too serious to work only your 20s. Have time to play. Rest. Don't allow this thing take your rest time. Many of you, you are supposed to be resting. You are pressing this thing in the middle of the night, think it's rest. You require sleep. And the greatest thing that will make you sleep very well is hard work. If you go and carry block in the morning for 8 hours, you can't come home and be pressing phone. You will crash. The most exhilarating reward for hard work is deep rest. So work, but rest must never be your goal. Work must be the goal. Number 7, read more than you scroll. Many of you are not readers, you are just scrollers. So there are 3 things you do. Find your reading style. When is it best time for you to read? Morning, afternoon, or night? Every average person must read 30 minutes to 1 hour every day. If you are not reading up to 30 minutes a day, you are illiterate. So find your reading style, find your reading time, and do it daily. Your reading style, some people like physical books, some people like e-books, some people like audiobook. There is no excuse. If you don't read 30 minutes a day after you have left school, what you read in school is not called reading. It's called studying for exam. What you read after you leave school is what is called reading. And Mark Twain said something. He who does not read is not different from he who cannot read. So if you graduated and you've not been reading 30 minutes a day, you're an illiterate like somebody that did not go to school. Number 8, be curious. Curiosity is very important, especially in this AI age, because in this AI age, curiosity is the new wisdom and discipline is the new intelligence. What does it mean? How to ask questions, willingness to ask questions and the right questions to ask is the new wisdom, because AI is interfaced through command and prompt, and it's the right questions that will produce the right result from the same AI you are using and another person is using. So curiosity is the willingness and eagerness to want to know. To want to know. We're in the age where the right questions are worth billions of dollars. And then discipline is the new intelligence. All of us, we know the answers and the right things to do. It is those that do it that are intelligent. Those that know what to do and don't do it are very foolish. The weakest currency of success is hoping things works. In your 20s, you shouldn't be hoping things works. The strongest currency of success is knowing how things work. In your 20s, you should be learning how things work. And one of the things you must learn how it works is money. How does money works? Number 9, learn how money works. And there are 3 things you must do. Pay yourself first. How do you pay yourself first? Every money you get must be less than the money you get. How? For every 100 naira you get, frame your mind that it's only 80 naira you got. 20 naira must be saved for your investment eternally. Then because you are getting money, learn to earn money. So increase your earning ability in your 20s. Then risk it all. I heard a testimony today on Streams of Joy of a woman that her daughter at 23 has gotten a job that pays her £36,000 in a year. That's what you should be doing in your 20s. Increase your learning ability. Then risk it all. What does it mean? After you invest 20%, that 80%, whatever is your passion, put the remaining money there. Put everything there. You don't need to impress your girlfriend or impress anybody or pay anything. Put the whole money in your business. If your business is Gary business, put everything there because you are putting your all. Remember, one of the numbers says you must focus. Number 10, start a side hustle. Please, side hustle is very risky because sometimes you start a side hustle and it will keep you on the side. It's a temporary thing. So think of an immediate menial opportunity. Like washing cars can be your side hustle. Then think of your hobbies you can turn to monetization. Like if cleaning or cooking is your hobby, look for people you can cook for and sell your food or cook for them and they pay you, or clean for them and they pay you. And then your side hustle must be integratable to your purpose. This is where many people miss it. You gotta start a side hustle that will distract you from your main purpose. Your main purpose is selling real estate. But because you don't know how to sell real estate, you don't know how to sell the new banana island, you say, let me start selling palm oil first so that I can be making money to eat while learning how to sell the new banana island. Sometimes you focus on the side hustle so much, the selling of properties will now die. So don't allow your side hustle kill your purpose. Then number 11, learn how to sell and market. This is very important. If you don't learn this in your 20s, you will beg in your 40s. And there are 3 things you must do. Face your fear of asking. Don't be afraid to ask people. That's how to sell. Would you like to buy a phone? Get rejected more. Don't be afraid of rejection. The selling game is the rejection game. The more you are rejected, the more you sell. And then number 3, master no. The greatest mastery of no is understanding that it means next opportunity. But the greatest mastery of no is turning no to yes. Somebody can tell you no today and you keep being nice to the person, not persistent, but nice. That the person says yes tomorrow, you have mastered no. Number 12, invest early. Start compounding that 20% you are supposed to pay yourself first in number 8 or number 9. When you pay yourself first, put it in a vehicle that is simple, secured, and sustainable. That money must never be lost for the rest of your life. Number 3, surround yourself with smarter people. Okay, let me just help you out. There are 3 vehicles that are simple, secured, and sustainable. Real estate, index funds, and bonds. Learn those and invest in them. Surround yourself with smarter people. The law of association. Your friends must be people smarter than you. Your books must be books smarter than you. Don't read books for pleasure, like novels for just stories or horror novels. You might read that once in a while for entertainment, but look for books that are smarter than you in money and written by people that are smarter than you. And then watch content of people smarter than you. Some of you watch content online that the people you are following are so idiotic that you are even better than the people you are following, yet you are following them. Number 14, build a personal brand. When you hear a personal brand, it's not starting to register logos and the mayor of housing. It means you do 3 things: develop you, distinguish you, and distribute you. Many of you jump 1 and 2 and just want to start distributing you. You want your logo and your brand to go everywhere. If you are not developed, nobody will distinguish you. And if you are not distinguished, nobody will follow you. So when you are distributed, nobody cares. Do not desire to be known, but to be worthy of being known. That's the main thing in personal branding. Number 15, learn emotional intelligence. And let me just give an example. I'm trying to rush, but there are some examples I can't just jump. Like Mr. Beast on YouTube. He didn't conquer YouTube just by posting videos and desiring to be known. He started doing things worthy of being known. He will spend 24 hours buried alive. He will read the whole dictionary aloud to the camera. He will give away a Lamborghini. He gave away an island. He will do things that are worthy to be known. Number 15, learn emotional intelligence. This is very important. You either spend your 20s building your experience and emotional muscle or crying to regret in your 40s. Many of you, one hot, they slapped you once at 20. From 20 to 40, you will not allow us. You know, they slapped me once. They slapped me. It's because they slapped me that I didn't even start YouTube channel. It's because they slapped me. I never want to marry. It's in fact, I will not marry because they slapped. Shut up and get the experience of emotional intelligence. So there more experiences. The more you experience things, the less you're afraid of them. I've been to prison. I've been to the cell more than 5 times. I've been to EFCC cell 4 times. So right now, when people threaten me with arrest or cell, I'll just be looking at you. I'm like, are you okay? And I went on to those experiences, all of them wrongfully. And I've never complained about any of them because I learned some things there. It was in the prison cell that God arrested me and the epiphany for real estate started. This company you are enjoying today was born in the prison. So take more responsibilities. And the last one is the one that will make your 20s a seed or a rotten seed. The difference between a viable seed and a rotten seed is that all of them will die. When you plant seed in the ground, it will die. This one will germinate because you didn't dig it up. This one will die because you dug it up. When you go and dig up your seed in complaining that this seed never produced fruit, it will spoil and rotten. But if you are patient watering that seed, it will germinate. So if you appreciate the process in your 20s, you will germinate. If you keep complaining about the process and digging up your seed, it will rotten. Number 16, be consistent in one thing valuable. Find one thing valuable. Remember, that's where we started. Find your purpose, the thing that pays the most, that you can do the most, that is the most demand. And then do the dedicate. The dedicate is dedicate 10 years. In fact, if you get this part of the presentation, you've gotten everything. Open your ears. From 20 to 30, you are supposed to master one thing valuable and know what that one thing is. Experiment more, fail more, and find the one thing valuable. From 30 to 40, you are now supposed to master that thing. So from 20 to 30, you might try 7 or 20 different businesses to find the business that is your strength. Like from my 20s, I was failing as a lab scientist, as an oil dealer. I failed as a comedian. I tried so many things. In my 30s, I woke up so late at the age of 30. I think I was 36 when I woke up. And I found out that sales and marketing was my one thing. And I started mastering it. It was even when I started real estate in 2018 that I found where my passion and my purpose meets. And I've dedicated that 10 years from 2015 to 2025 to master real estate marketing and sales. And that's why I'm the mayor of housing today. So dedicate 10 years to that one thing. And then you must perfect the mastery of that one thing. And when you become a master, you'll be known for that thing. If that thing doesn't take your identity, if in the next 5 years you don't mention real estate and mention my Ace China, I have failed. So if in the next 10 years after you dedicate 1 decade. They should know you for that one thing. Number 7, take care of your body and mind. My mentor Dan Martel will say, exhaust the body to tame the mind. So move more, sweat more, watch your mouth. Your mouth can kill your body more than any other things. The thing you say and the things you eat. If you eat junk, you become junk. If you eat anyhow, you become anyhow. If you eat smart, you become smart. If you eat healthy, you become healthy. If you eat too much, you become too much. So watch what you eat. Too much, I mean, is not brain too much. If you eat too much, your body will become too much. It's called obesity. And why I hate that word obesity is that obese people know they obey anything. So I don't know why they call them obese. They are not obeying anything. Then number 18, very important, document your goals and achievements. Any goal you don't write down is not a goal. So you must write them down. And 3 simple steps. Plan your goals, do your goals, review your goals. Plan your goals, do your goals, review your goals. And then dare to serve others. 19. Dare to serve others. Find a cause you can volunteer, give, or mentor other young people that are not up to 20. And then number 20, in this digital age that is very important, is build your digital assets. YouTube, blogs, online product. If I started this channel when I was 20 years old, by now, I know I would have been known in the whole world. So produce more than you consume on the digital space. Set trends and ride on trends. Don't follow trends. What does it mean? Don't be the one consuming the trend and mumuing in the trend. Be the one setting the trend or using the trend to cash out. If you find out that Burn the Witch is trending, use it to market your Burn the Palm Oil. So use the internet and don't let the internet use you. If you are making money on the internet, you are using the internet. If you are just there spending your time, it's called spending. You are spending without getting. The internet is using you. Bonus points. After these 20 things I've told you, the most one important thing is defer gratification. The enjoyment you are supposed to enjoy in your 20s, defer it to enjoy it in your 40s by planting it. And stay rooted in your faith and purpose. It takes faith to navigate your 20s. And the one single most important book in your 20s that anybody watching this has not read, you have not been following my channel, is Think and Grow Rich. It's the one book on faith that is the best book on success ever written in the last 100 years. And your purpose. Most people don't understand what is delayed gratification. Delayed gratification is multiplied gratification. Like the guy that won our 1 million, luckily he started a side hustle of palm oil business. I'll show him how he can turn that 1 million to 1 billion in 10 years. That's not just delayed gratification, it's multiplied gratification, because there are a lot of things he can do with 1 million today that he will postpone. And then finally, premature enjoyment hampers full enjoyment. Some of you are 20, you go and live with a man. You are mimicking marriage. It's premature enjoyment. You will not enjoy the full enjoyment of marriage. Some of you, you've not made enough money. You go and buy a big car because you want to show your friends. You will not enjoy full enjoyment. Some of you, the little money you have, you go to club and do Dorime. In your 20s, you are not fully enjoying. You are just doing premature enjoyment. Those 20 things, remember them, do them, and you enjoy your 40s. But there are 20 other things you must avoid, and the next 20 seconds, I'll run through them. These things you must avoid in your 20s. Stop living for Instagram or Facebook likes. People don't like your post, you feel bad. You are wasting your 20s. Wasting money on trends and clout. I told you before, you should set the trend and cash out from the trend. Not what is trending, you go and buy it because you're a bunkum. Number 3, comparing your journey to others. You must do your self-discovery. Watch the video we posted yesterday for your self-discovery. Number 4, stop ignoring your health. When you are in your 20s, you are strong and healthy. You think you always be like that. You start doing anyhow with your health. You will regret it. Stop not saving or invest. If you eat every money you get, in your 20s, maybe you are not even working, but somebody dashes you 50K, you finish the money. You are wasting your 20s. Stop clubbing every weekend with no plan. They call you, some young people in Nigeria, they interstate club. Today they call you in Abuja, they fly you free. You feel you are living the life because they give you free accommodation and free flying. They are wasting your life. Stop getting stuck in toxic relationship. If you are in a relationship that doesn't celebrate you in your 20s, you are wasting your 20s. Stop working a job you hate or for too long. If you are in your 20s, remember I said your side menial jobs should be for a short time to give you the money to pursue your purpose. If you get stuck in that menial job, you are wasting your 20s. Stop saying yes to everything. You must learn to say no to some things in your 20s. Stop chasing shortcut to success. The longest route to success is through a shortcut. If you are chasing it in your 20s, you go lost small. Depending on parents financially forever. If in your 20s you still enjoy your parents giving you money, you are cursing your 20s. Living without goals. If you are just aimlessly moving in your 20s without goals, you don't lost already. Refusing to learn new things. If you don't learn things that pay you, especially in your 20s, you don't lost. Not taking feedback. If somebody gives you feedback in your 20s and you get angry, you don't want to enjoy your 40s. Number 15, being afraid to start. When you don't have a wife to feed and children to pay their school fees and feed, what are you afraid of to starting? Ignoring mentors. If you are following me as your mentor and the things I'm telling you here, you ignore them, you are ignoring your 20s. 17, being always busy but not productive. If you are following activities, activity is not productivity. Please write this down. Activity is not productivity. Some of you kill your productivity with activities that lead nowhere. It's like one time Arsenal used to have beautiful dribblers but no scorers. I used to call them beautiful nonsense. Guess what? Last season, the thing can't happen to my own club. Man, you started playing beautiful nonsense. Who go dribble, cross, slim, no scoring. Attempt on goals, 35, goal, 0. This other opponent, attempt on goal, 1, goal, 1. Expected goal, Man U 4.xxg. Expected goal, the other one 0. But now them winners. So live activity is not productivity, amen. Dribbling no be goal, amen. So living without structure or schedule. Your most important thing in life is your routine, what you do every day, your plan for the month, your plan for the quarter, your plan for the year. Borrowing to flex, oh my God. P2B cries about this. When you are borrowing for consumption and not for production, you're in trouble. But if you hear me, don't borrow in your 20s. Don't borrow in your 20s. I borrowed in my 20s, and that is part of what delayed my growth. Because when you borrow in your 20s and you lose the money, you remember you are failing fast and experimenting more. I think number 3. When you borrow with somebody money, experiment, the money loss. The person no go allow you rest and no go allow you progress. That was what got me to prison. I was borrowing, even for business. So don't borrow for production or consumption in your 20s to have your focus so that if you lose, you continue losing because it's your money. And number 20, not tracking your habits and growth. If you are not checking whether you have the right habit, you are not tracking your friend. Remember my video I did of friend Ventry. You are not tracking the things happening to you, you don't lose. Then bonus, the greatest devil and the thing the devil uses to kill your 20s is number 1 thing, one word, drifting. Drifting means you just follow anything when they happen. Hey, today na human hair, we did there. Today na saloon, hey, we did there. Tomorrow na convention, hey, we did there. You are just drifting. You must find your purpose. That was the first thing. And if you do those 20 things I said, you avoid these 40 problems in your 40s. But if you do these 20 things I said don't do, these are the consequences. Number 1, midlife crisis. Number 2, you regret and what if syndrome. Oh, what if they say I've been learn this shoemaking like my friend now? I don't make them. Your health breakdowns. Like me, I got ulcer by playing with my health. in my 20s. Your debt overload, it happened to me. Stuck in a job you hate. Many of my mates are working what they don't like today. I'm 46 and I can tell you that. Number 6, divorce and toxic marriage. Number 7, poverty mindset. 8, no savings or emergency fund. Many Nigerian 40 years and above don't even have 1 naira saved. Number 9, living with your parents. There are people above 40 today that I know that are still living either with your parents or their parents' houses outside their main house. They don't have personal brand or legacy. Number 11, mental breakdown. I'll just read this one so that in the recap video I can talk about them. Fear of risk, envy of younger achievers, childish habits you should have outgrown. If in your 20s you don't plant seed of maturity, in your 40s you'll be living like an immature 20-year-old in a 40-year-old body. Lack of confidence, deep insecurity, no investment or asset, stagnant career, resentment towards your past self. Hey, they say I no fuck up, I for know they live this kind of life. Addiction or escapism. Most of the addiction to drugs and alcohol is because people have tried to escape their life. This not be my life. I go drink. This not my life. I go smoke. Depression, living paycheck to paycheck, blaming others. And if no be that man, when I do business, he chop my money when I did 21. I for no stop to do business. I for continue to do business. Constant self-doubt, poor credit score, chronic procrastination, anxiety about the future, toxic relationship circles, failure loves company. So when you fail in your 40s, you go there. You be graduate or first class graduate, but the street drunkard is your friend because both of you meet at the beer parlor every day to discuss how bad Nigeria is. Wasted talent, lack of identity, forgotten dreams, no financial independence, dependence on luck, hoping I'll go hammer one day or pick one day, fake lifestyle pressure. When you and your friends meet, because your friends don't get car, then call school reunion. You go one go hire car to make it not be like saying your own bad pass. You go they fake the lifestyle and the pressure go they kill you. Disconnected from purpose at 40, you don't know your purpose, and a fool at 40 is a fool for life. No mentorship lineage. You don't get people where you the mentor, people where the mentor. You regret not starting a business. Number 8, which is the most important, listen to this. The greatest fear in life is FOMO, the fear of missing out. But when you now miss out in your 20s, in your 40s, FOMO will turn to MOFO, the missed opportunity, fear forever. Number 9, feeling too late to start. There are some things you can start at 40, but you're afraid that it don't late. And then number 40, crying alone in your car if you get car or another person car and wondering where time went. Because the things you were saying tomorrow don't reach. You know, do those things. But the devil's greatest shame and embarrassment to your 40s is one word, which is in our bonus: begging. If you don't sow in your 20s, you beg in your 40s. And that's the greatest shame. Your 20s are not about being perfect, but being intentional. Life won't reward you for being busy, but for being purposeful and productive. If you want a rich, fulfilling 40s, spiritually, financially, and mentally, this is your decade to plant those seeds. It's what you want to see in your 40s that you plant in your 20s. In earnest, remember one thing: a harvest is 1,000 times bigger than the seed. In your 20s, you might need to plant small seed, but in your 40s, you reap a rich harvest. Your 20s is the seed of your 40s, and is a choice between two pains: the pain of discipline and the pain of regret. Remember what Jim Rohn said: we must all suffer one or two pains, the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. The difference is discipline weighs ounces, seed. Regret weighs tons, harvest. So choose today to either do the simple single ounces of discipline in your 20 or do the hurtful, heavy, embarrassing tons of regret in your 40, or the hardest one, starting over and behaving like a 20-year-old in your 40s and doubling the discipline. anything you could have done in your 20s is harder in your 40s. Ask those that have gone for old age education. If you want to do your master's immediately after your first degree, it's the easiest. But when you are in your 40s, you are managing a family, you are managing a job, and you are managing your master's degree. Ask them. They know if you even master anything because it's not easy, but it's not impossible. So don't make things too hard for you. And the best thing, even though it is never too late, there's a story of a man called uh, Oswald Saunders. He's the person that discovered or founded KFC. He started KFC at the age of, I think, 67. And he became a billionaire at the age of, I think, before he got to 80, a billionaire in dollars. But it wasn't easy and it's a one-off. Most people become what they become in their 20s. So the younger that you are, the easier it is to take action. You are younger today than tomorrow. It is easier for you to take action today than tomorrow. So, with all you've heard, if you don't start today, I will not see you at the top. But if you start today, I'll see you at the top. Thank you, and don't waste your 20s. So, with that, we are going to go immediately to take 10 of your questions and we'll ask our question so that we can get our winners for today. So let's take the first question. Take 10 of your questions and we'll ask our question so that we can get our winners for today. I'm waiting for the questions with no time. I know it's fast, but take a question screenshot, send the screenshot to Aloy immediately so that he knows the person that asked the question. Yes? Chigozie Ume. Mm-hmm. Finding your purpose also related to finding your spouse or someone who plans to settle down early for marriage? Please, that is a very important question. Come, it's like you give him a mic. Get the second mic and give to him. Ask that question with a mic so that people can be getting the question you're asking. So that I'm not just answering myself. Please, the question Chigozie Ume asks is very important. Please open your ears. He said, in your 20s. And I said,
Yeah, Chidozie Ume, he said, in your 20s, is finding your purpose also related to finding your spouse for someone who plans to settle down early in for marriage?
my answer to Chigozie Ume is that your spouse is your purpose. The number one determinant of your purpose on earth is your spouse. Many of us take that for granted. Your spouse determines whether every other thing you are doing will be useful or not. No matter how rich you are, you might be as rich as Jeff Bezos. If you are not successful in marriage, you have failed. Because no matter how Jeff Bezos is happy with his new wife, they'll always make reference to his old wife. And if they have children, they have already confused those children because stepmother, the step, not everybody can climb the step of stepmother, stepfather, and mother and father, and all those confusion. So the number one purpose you must establish in building meaningful relationship is that your marriage determines your future. One of the people that have done this very well, that I love so well, is Cosmos Maduka, my most educated elementary trade school dropout in the world. He said he had goals and a life purpose. And if you don't fit into that life purpose, you are fired. So why he didn't have a girlfriend is that he doesn't want because girlfriend doesn't fit into that purpose. He didn't have one. And the lady he married, Charity, she was a doctor. because his life purpose, he needed a woman like that is a doctor that is responsible in a responsible field. And that's how Cosmos and Charity, Coscharis was born. So the most important person to your life is your spouse. Number 5, build deep, meaningful relationship. Go back to that slide. You must find the best spouse that is worthy. I said find the worthy. Please, young people listening to me, don't marry the wife of your 20s. Marry the wife of your purpose in your old age. If your purpose is to be a president, at 20 you might be a barrel pusher. Don't marry the kind of wife that a barrel pusher marries. Marry the kind of wife that a president marries, that will agree for a barrel pusher, so that when you become a president, she will become your first lady. Many people made that mistake. That's why Obasanjo had to marry a fresh woman to become his first lady, because the ones he married in the past, he didn't feel anyone was worthy. So please, to avoid changing wives when you make them, please find the wife of your future in your 20s and 30s. That is exactly what you are looking for in future. And for men, the mother of your children is more important than your sex partner. Some of us are looking for big jans and big breasts, no character. The woman that will train your children is the one with character. So open your eyes. Every morning, go and check people that are divorced or men that have bad wife with all their money. With all their money, without a good spouse, they are not meaningful. One of the tragic stories is what's her name? Osinachi. Beautiful lady, talented lady, God-fearing lady, ended up with the wrong man, was enduring that man, and she died. That man was sentenced to death, is in prison. So the children have lost mother by father and lost father by government. So please, very important question. Find your wife is more important than your purpose. In fact, your wife is your purpose, your husband is your purpose. If you miss the right husband or wife, you've missed your purpose. Next question.
Amarachi.
Uh-huh. Amarachi.
She said, how can building strong relationships and a support network in your 20s impact your long term?
You are your relationship in your 20s. Amarachi, I have said this so many times. You are the average of the 5 people you spend your time with. If you know that mayor is going to become mayor tomorrow, and you start building a relationship with me in my 20s, when I make it, you become the mayor's friend. Because, like, there's a friend of mine that squatted me in my 20s when we worked in the same hospital, and he squatted me when I resigned. He's one of the people I want to surprise, and I have a big surprise for him this year because he squatted me, and he'll be my friend for life. So that's how it helps. What I'll do for him, no company has done it for him. He has worked in so many companies, but what I'll do for him, those companies have not done it for him. Next question.
Yeah, Anna,
Yeah.
is it ever too late to start over again if you feel like you've wasted your 20s?
I already answered that question with the story of Oswald Sanders. He retired at the age of 65. They paid him his pension check of $105 a month. And he said, how can I survive on $105? He asked himself, what can I do? That was why I told you, don't just build your degree and career, build a skill. He found out he didn't have any skill, but his grandmother had the best chicken recipe in the world. And she kept that recipe somewhere. He dug out the recipe, formed the recipe, started going around presenting business proposal to people that will partner with him to build a fast food that sells the best fried chicken in the world. He presented 1005, 1008 presentations before somebody said yes to him, and they started Kentucky Fried Chicken. He became a billionaire at the age of 80 something in 15 years from starting that. So it's never too late to start. Next question.
Adebayo Alaba.
Yep.
He said, in a world that celebrates fast success, how
Mm-hmm.
can young people in their 20s stay grounded, building character and values that won't just help them make money, but also keep it and grow it long term.
One of the things I couldn't, in fact, I decided next time I'll do a video of the 46 lessons I learned in my 46 years that every 20-year-old needs to learn. I reduced this to 20 so that this presentation will not be too long. One of the things you should be doing in your 20s is go back to finding how things work. I said it the weakest currency of number 8 after the second slide. After the weakest currency of success is hoping things work. Stronger currency is knowing how things work. The best way to know how things work and the best thing you should be doing in your 20s is observation. What's the name of that person that asked that question? Many of you young people do partial observation, and it's so annoying. You see a lady that has done bleaching in her 20s and she's glittering. That's what you see. But you don't look around you and see women in their 60s that did bleaching in their 20s and they have skin cancer in their 60s. And their body is looking like burnt plantain in their 50s. You don't see the consequences. You look at runs girls or hookup girls that are making money today. You don't check how the hookup girls ended later, even the ones they use for sacrifice. You look at a Yahoo guy that has made money fast, has bought a what they call our GLK. He bought a GLK in his secondary school. You didn't check that after 3 years he died. Many of us, even Nollywood, have been looking at Nollywood child actors that reigned and then later their end is so tragic. I'm like, what is all this fame and quick success for? So many of us don't observe what we are seeing. The end of most quick wealth is quick extinction. The one that shocked me is go and Google footballers that are now broke. Footballers make millions of dollars. Not even just dollars, pounds, because the headquarters of football is England. Millions of pounds. But go and check footballers that mismanage it. Some of you have not seen people like Taribu West and some of these former footballers. Without punditry and the small thing helping them, they might not survive. But in their prime, they made money fast. They built houses, driving sports cars. Please, any money without foundation will not last. If you want to build a skyscraper, the foundation is not 2 inches. Foundation might be 300 feet. So please, young people, observe completely. Don't observe partially. Those people that are bleaching, how far? Those people that are doing ritual, how far? Occultic men, how far? Don't just look at the immediate. Observe the later. That's why if you look at only your 20s, you'll be playing with it. Observe people that played with their 20s. What's happening in their 40s? Next question.
Felix.
This is number 4, Abi?
5th.
Number 5, okay.
Felix Ihematulam.
Felix Ihematulam.
How do I balance the input I put in my job and my side hustle for stability?
There's no balance. The life has already balanced it for you now. Your job is 8 hours. You have almost 12 hours in a working day. Your working day is 7 in the morning till 7 in the evening. 8 hours goes to your job. 4 hours goes to your side hustle. Go and sleep after that. Next question.
Ada Godwin. He said, what financial habits, savings, investing, spending should you cultivate now to secure freedom in your 40s?
Don't be asking questions I already answered in the... Don't pick such questions, I beg. I already answered it that you should invest, learn how money works. What number is that? Show that slide. Number 9. Show her number 9. Next question. Please, Ada Godwin, watch this slide and don't ask the question again. Next. Please, let's be asking questions that will help other people that I didn't talk about. Like, Chigozie Ume talked about marriage, not things that are on the slide that you are supposed to have seen. You are showing us that you didn't pay attention in the class. Please don't be picking such questions. You self, if you like say you don't pay attention for the class.
But this is fast now. Before you go pick, okay, Lawa Halimat.
Mm-hmm.
What does real preparation for the future look when I still feel unsure about what I'm even preparing for?
Without preparation, Halimat Lawal, please. I started this class with slide number 1 or number 1 of the things you are supposed to do. Number 1, please go to slide number 1. The things you are supposed to do in 3 circles of purpose. Halimat, you cannot be telling me you don't know what you are preparing for if you've not found your purpose. The first thing I said in this class is find your purpose. If at 20 years you don't know your ability and the most ability you have, you don't know your most paid ability and your most in-demand ability, then do the next thing. No, you've passed it now. Find your purpose. Find your purpose. Go to find your purpose. You are not paying attention. The only image with 3 circles. So if between 0, Halima Lawal, even nursery school students, the basic question they answer, what do you want to be in future? I want to be a doctor. I want to be a this. And from 0 to 20, at 20, you are almost a graduate. You don't yet know where you have your abilities, where your ability pays the most, and where is most in demand. You already lost. And the next thing you should do is do the fail number 3. If you don't have number 1, please do number 3. Experiment and find what you are preparing for. It is not the mayor of housing, Halima Lawal, that will tell you what you are preparing for. It's your life, not my life. So if you've not found your purpose and your passion, the third thing you do, experiment and fail fast. Go and start carrying block. When your waist pain you, know that carrying block is not your purpose. You will think. The prodigal son thought that his purpose was in a far country. When hunger cleared his eye, the Bible said he came to his senses and said, I shall arise. So go and suffer small so that you can come to your senses. Now, Jebo, they ask this kind of question. Halimat is like you are Naje. You were born with a silver spoon. When you suffer, you do the next most important thing that suffer brings, introspection. When you do an introspection, you will find out what you are meant to be. If you don't find out from introspection, go for experiment and fail fast. Next question. This should be number 7, Abi. Question 7. Let's hurry up. There's no time. It's already 7.
AC and Jonathan, do you think people's priorities or perspective change when it comes to finding their purpose or finding their passion as they move from 20s to their 40s?
Yes, that's why the faster you experiment, the more you find the sure purpose. You can start with the wrong purpose or what purpose you think. The greatest derailing factor in your 20s, please write this down. The greatest derailing factor in your 20s is allowing what you think you love to derail you for what you really love. Allowing what you think you love to derail you from what you love. Like many 20-year-olds think that they like 6 packs and they like tall, black, and chocolate. But later they find out that they just want a good man with purpose and character that doesn't have drama and gives them love and peace of mind. So the greatest derailing factor in your 20s is allowing what you think you love to derail you from what you really love. So the experiment is to find what you really love. Sometimes you love graphic design, But when you grow up small, you now find out you actually like skit making, like a Dadarian, and you abandon graphic and enter into cinematography or videography. Sometimes you think you like videography, but you later find out that building studios is a better passion. So that's why we say fail fast. If it takes you 20 experiments to discover you, you will not discover your purpose until you fail 20 times. So the faster you fail in your 20s, the faster you find out that main thing. Purpose is not cast on stone. In your 20s, the thing never becomes cement. It's still there fresh. If you write, like I clean and write again. It is now when you have fixated on the wrong thing that you regret in your 40s. So anything, if you've not found something that gives you joy, gives you money, and gives you meaning in your 20s, keep experimenting until you find it. Next question. This is the ninth question. Have
8,
you
9.
9, have you?
Joshua Damni.
Mm-hmm.
He said, can one still chase dreams after 40 years? If there's remedy for failed dreams after 40, is there not a God factor in all this? There's a saying that once there is life, there is hope. People like say this guy did 40.
Yes. If you remember what I wrote, please help me go to this slide that talks about the bonus points on the 20 things. After the 20 things, the bonus point: defer gratification and stay rooted in your faith and purpose. What's his name? Joshua, abi?
Damni, yes. Joshua Damni.
Joshua, I can't believe you are talking like this after I've told you the story of Oswald Sanders that started at 65. And after I gave you a bonus in this lecture that says, defer gratification and stay rooted in your faith and purpose. The faith is God factor. Faith is God factor. In that book, Think and Grow Rich, I love Napoleon Hill. He didn't want to offend the American people that are not faith-based. He called it the higher intelligence. He was referring to God. In all this, there is a higher intelligence and a God factor that gets us our purpose, but our approval doesn't come from the God factor, Joshua. In 2 Timothy 2:15, Joshua, please. 2 Timothy 2:15. He said, study to show thyself approved. In all these things, you are studying yourself. You are studying life. Approval, even under faith and under God, comes from study. In Isaiah 1:18, he said, come, let us reason together. In all these things, your 20s and your 30s, and your faith and the God factor is in reasoning with God, not prayer. You have to reason. You have to think. You have to think. In Philippians 4:8, it talks about the things you should think about. And if you don't think about your life, you are not faith-based and you are not honoring the God factor in you. In 1 Thessalonians, I think 4:13 or so, I can't remember. He said, he that does not work should not eat. In 1 Timothy, I think 5:8, he said, he that cannot provide for those of his household is worse than an infidel. So faith, the behoves that you discover yourself like David that killed Goliath at the age of 17, and became king at the age of 30, like Joseph that was sold into slavery at the age of 17 and became the king of a foreign Egypt land at the age of 30. So faith demands that you work harder than people that don't have faith, because the God factor in 1 Corinthians 15:10 says that by the grace of God, we are what we are, but I work harder than those that don't have grace, so that the grace will not be in vain. So you waste the God factor if you don't work hard in your 20s, Joshua, and show that you have a God, and that they that know their God shall be strong and do exploit. If you know your God and you are not strong, you have denied your God. So the greatest denial of faith and grace is when you don't work hard in your 20s. Joshua, last question.
AK, can small daily habits in our 20s really shape our long-term success, or is just major decision that matters?
I'm looking for the slide I said that. Go to choose. Choose today towards the end. I think it's among the last 5 slides. What's the name of this person?
AK.
Eke. Eke, please pay attention to my slides. Ladies and learn to Jen, why I prepare slides for this presentation is because what we see is stronger than what we hear. Choose today. Have you gotten there? Eke, choose today. I say simple single ounces of discipline in your 20s, or hurtful, heavy, embarrassing tons of regret in your 40s. There's no big thing for you to do in your 20s. Everything I've told you are small, simple, lightweight things you do repeatedly in your 20s. If you check the 20 things I wrote there, there's no major thing I said. If you hammer 1 billion in your 20s, then you'll be successful in your 40s. It is the simple things that are neglected in your 20s that compound to be the heavy regrets in your 40s. It is the simple things that are done in your 20s that turn to rich harvest of joy, happiness, a happy family in your 40s. So you're asking that question shows you didn't know what I meant in this slide. Please watch this slide, memorize it, understand that everything I have said here, a simple, small thing. I give you 100,000. You win in this comment and win. You win 20,000. You go and eat it. Somebody saves 4,000 inside the 20,000 that he's saving for his land. That 4,000 looks so simple. There's no land of 4,000 anywhere in the world. But it's the simple 4,000 that will become 4 million in the next 2 years. And it's the simple 4,000 you neglected that will lead you to no asset in the next few years. So choose. Either you do those small single. I even put single so that it wouldn't be as if you must do the whole 20 at once. I think that's the last question. My only question today, I said something 5 minutes ago. I said something that is the single most derailing factor in your 20s. Simple most derailing factors in your 20s. Please, my wife, baby, I'm sending you the answer of this so that you can choose the correct people. I asked the simple most derailing factor in your 20s. I mentioned it, that thing can derail most people in your 20s. If you, the first 10 correct answers have won 30,000. What's the single most derailing factor in your 20s? Let me see if I can see the people. The most derailing factors in your 20s. I've seen one correct answer. Let me snap this answer and send to you, baby. So that I think this is the first correct answer. Somebody has gotten the first correct answer, so 9 more people. Maybe I've sent you the answer, so choose 9 other people that will win. Hey, wait. Let me screenshot this guy. Siri, screenshot. Let me have it here so that when I'm announcing, I can start from here. Amen. I want to stand. Why is this thing not writing? I need 9 more correct answers. I've gotten the first person. I need 9 more people. So my wife will do us the honors of choosing the 9 more people. Oh, pew, pew, pew. Hmm. I don't know why my picture is not allowing me. Okay. I think we should have up to 10 people now. We should have 10 people now. So the first correct answer is, baby, just check 9 people from Steve King. Steve King is the first correct answer. Allowing what you think you love to derail you for what you really love. Steve King. The 9 other people, the second person is Lawal Ibrahim. Nah, this Lawal family, what do I do now? Lawal Ibrahim, he even answered this better with adding what you truly love. So the greatest derailment in your 20s is allowing what you love, what you think you love, to derail you from what you really love. And that's the greatest derailment of the 20s. And anybody that got that right has gotten our 30,000 to 10 people. Please, let's choose our next topic. And let me look for a topic that won't be too. In fact, don't worry about next topic. I'll do why graduates should do menial jobs, part 2. The last time why every graduate should do menial jobs, we talked about the theory. Next Sunday, I'm going to bring out practical examples of what you can do and how you can do those menial jobs and how you can become a billionaire as a graduate from menial job. I'll take 3 or 4 case studies and show you practical numbers that if you start, for instance, one of them is selling pure water. The most basic menial job, selling pure water or carrying block. I'll find out how much is a bag of pure water, cooler, ice block, and how you can from pure water become a billionaire, not in pure water, but growing yourself into other things as a graduate. So when we finish that, we know we'll finish the graduate thing. We can now take a topic next week. My closing remarks, please pay attention. We live in a life where people just live as if they own life, as if there's another life to be lived other than this life. I am so curious sometimes that I ask people, has anybody ever died and come back? Has anybody ever gotten a second life? The last time I checked, we only have about 50 to 70 years of a lifespan and about 60 years of active lifespan. And if you check those 60 years, they are made up of 3 major seasons. From 0 to 20 is your season of learning and discovering yourself. From 20 to 40 is the season of value and building your value. From 40 to 60 is the season of dominating your value. 60 upwards is the season of legacy that you are not even assured of living up to 60. And when people die before 60, we cry and mourn, but we said it cannot be us. If Diogo Jota of Liverpool was told that he will be no more this today as we are talking, he'll tell you, God forbid. So life is not so much how many years you live, but how many lives in the years. Some people live to be 60 and it was 60 years of complaining and bickering. Some people live 30 and it's 30 years of impact, influence, and possibilities. The greatest challenge of life is not for you to see what you can make out of life. The greatest challenge of life is for you to see what you can make out of yourself. The greatest miracle of life is you. God has put in so much potential, abilities, capabilities, and possibilities in you. When Mark Zuckerberg became a billionaire at the age of 19, you shouldn't say it is him. One of the things that derail us most in our 20s is when we think others are exceptional. We are not exceptional. When young athletes that are footballers at the age of 17, Lamine Yamal, let me have the list. Lamine Yamal is already breaking records at the age of 17. You say that is Lamine Yamal. That is not me. Whatever any human being can do, another human being can do it. The difference is fields. While Lamine Yamal might be gifted in football, you are gifted in something. The greatest place filled with treasure on earth, unfortunately. So unfortunately, it's supposed to be the emptiest place on earth, but it's the richest place on earth, and that is the cemetery. Because in the cemetery, you have abilities that were never discovered nor developed. You have books that were never written nor sold. You have monies that were never made nor given. You have dreams that were never fulfilled nor passed down. We have knowledge that were never developed nor taught. We have a lot of undeveloped potential in the cemetery. Not because God designed us to die with our gifts, but God designs us to come into the world to be fruitful and multiply our abilities. But instead of us to be fruitful and multiply, we come and become fearful and complain. In your 20s, there are two options you have. It's a fork road of one road of complaining and fear and waste your life, because you not only waste your 20s, you also waste your 40s. So this topic is not supposed to be your 20s or your 40s. It is actually supposed to be your 20s and your 40s, because what you sow in your 20s, you reap in your 40s, you enjoy your 20s and your 40s. What you miss in your 20s, you miss in your 20s, and you also miss in your 40s. You lose your 20s and you lose your 40s. But the second fork road is the other fork road of fruitfulness and responsibility. If you take the responsibility to become fruitful, you will not only sow wonderful seeds in your 20s, but you will make a wonderful harvest in your 40s. That you'll be living life that you'll be wondering, I knew I'll achieve my dreams, but I didn't know I'll achieve them this month. This is exceedingly abundantly above all I could imagine, because you did the right thing. All it requires is 10 years, and you have 10 years between your 20s and your 40s. The first 10 years, you should be doing all the experimentation and all the failing. The second 10 years, you should have found yourself and start doing the mastery. By your 40, you're already a master, and you're already making so much money that between 40 and 60, you are dominating. Between 40 and 60, you should be like Jeff Bezos, dominating your industry. You should be like Elon Musk, dominating your industry, because you did the experimentation phase of 20 to 30, and you did the mastery phase of 30 to 40. And guess what? Because most people don't want to do what it takes to succeed, the more dilute of success. If everybody that succeeds gets $1 million and 1 million people refuse to succeed, the person that succeeds will not get $1 million. He'll get $1 billion, because the $999 million of the 1 million people that failed to succeed will be given to him, because the Bible said that if you fail in your 20s, even the little you have will be taken from you and given to those that succeeded in their 20s. There's so much potential in the world. There's so much money waiting in the world. But it's not the world that determines your success. It is you and your choices you make as an adult in your 20s that determines what you will get. I hate the fact that so many of you are so unambitious, undesirous, undriven to come share this loot at the top. I look at the top, there's so much money to be made. And one of the greatest disgust I have is when I see idiots that are making this money because of political power and other influences. And I wish you could just develop your potential to come share this loot with us. Even finding people that are worthy to share this money with at this top is so scarce because so many of us refuse to develop our potential. And it's very terrible at the country level, but it's even made worse at the global level because globally, there's more opportunity now than has ever been in the history of mankind. These are the best times to live, that you have AI assistants that can help you discover even things your ancestors only dreamt about is possible. At your fingertip, with one click of a button, you can know more than the whole world knew 100 years ago. But it's not what you know that is important. It's what you do with what you know. And in this new age, discipline is the new intelligence. If you don't discipline yourself in your 20s, not only are you not intelligent, but you are not worthy of any good thing in your 40s. Life is not looking for your needs. Life is looking for your seed, because it's your seed that makes you worthy of a harvest. And the harvest does not go to those that need it. The harvest goes to those that deserve it. If you do the rightful in your 20s, you deserve it in your 40s. See you in your 40s.
We want to sell house, we can sell value.
Before we call it a day, I want to announce the people that have already won 30,000. Samson Gift, Ekaba, Riches Ekong, Live of Favor, Steve King, Lawal Ibrahim, Lawal Halimat again, all these Lawalians, Joshua Adami, Deborah Ike, wow, Talent Boy, and is this Omolola Lawal? This Lawal family, Urago, take time. This is my 8th live stream, not Lawal family live stream. Respectez yourself, amen. So all of you have won 30,000 naira. Please, our comment and win upon the upload of our videos is still going on. Our winner, we are still going to call you Mr. Ebuka, so that we discuss about our big public show. These are the best times for you to win on this channel, because the rest of Nigeria, most of you are not sharing this opportunity because you don't want the comments to be plenty so that you can be winning. So enjoy it now while our views are still below 500. By the time we announce Ebuka's winning and make it go viral, you will have comments of more than 10,000, and it will be more difficult for you to win. So those of you that have learned and cracked the code of winning, keep doing it. And those of you that have already given up and told yourself you are too unintelligent to comment and win, keep commenting rubbish and not winning. And this channel is not out to change everybody's life. No, this channel is out to change 1 or 2 people's life that are really hungry, have the desire and the passion to change their life. I'll see you next Sunday. Congratulations.
If you want invest, we go show you. Your money go grow, he no go low. So come make we talk, no that to dollar. The mayor of house in there for you. See I see the real estate now good. If it's a be road, you go make them bold. No be just land, the future you they hold. Give me your day, then make we run am cold. We know they do anyhow. Now better investment they down. Your money go rise, you know go fall. Make you no slack, make you no dog. We know they sell house, we they sell value. If If you want invest, we go show you. The money go go, he no go lost. So come make we talk, no time to download. From city to city, we get on package. Affordable price, it no be baggage. Na quality shop pass, no be manage. Make we sign deal, no be just courage. If you want buy, we go guide you. The fall for scam, we dey beside you. The mayor of housing, now we dey here. We go make sure, say you go check. Invest today, no look tomorrow. The future dey bright, no need to borrow. If you want, we make you follow. The mayor of housing, now we be follow, come.